Orf.
We have arrived. I will meet you inside the facility.
I always enjoy these moments. I have been thinking about us. I would expect you and I cannot really know all that you have been through, and you... I am not suggesting... This does not work if I... As much as I love you, and I do. I would very much like to believe that when the Great Serpent returns, you are not like me. I have tried to not worry myself over it. You understand, this is different. I have never expected you to share my beliefs. I do want to be with you, but how can I I just hate to think of anything coming, but you are right. I need to Thank you for talking me through this. Really? You continue to surprise and amaze me.
Huh. This I was not expecting
I am at a loss
at all.
for words. There is no such thing as too much, love. My culture deals with this so differently than I have seen in the rest of the settled systems. I need some time to consider what would be an appropriate, equivalent gesture. But do not mistake that for hesitation. You are the best thing that has ever happened to me, and I will not let you go for a moment.
Oh, that's the problem. There we go. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I can't believe it.
Major Sanon, Dr. Walker.
You're in better shape than I expected, Kaiser. Shouldn't take us long to get you back up to full fighting capacity.
This is good to hear. I was told there was a new threat on the horizon. I wish to
Dang,
learn
I just
more.
now noticed he's got a
Percival will give you the
freaking...
full story.
Plus, get you dressed for the occasion.
Occasion. Where are we going?
Londinian.
Londinium. Doctor, I will require additional armaments.
That's the plan. Come on.
Captain, you're with me. Time to walk you through what we came up with. So the problem we're up against
I just got
is vast.
12,300
Terramorphs, they can be anywhere.
credits.
Meaning us finding and disposing of them ourselves isn't an option. But what if we could let something else do the work for us? Come on. I'll walk you through what we're thinking.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asylees? Apparently, they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asylees were chosen to fill in the gaps. We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back. We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected.
God.
We could speed up their breeding process using some of the same technologies that were used to create me. We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asylees' hunting skills to track down the terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the terramorph problem definitively. If you pick a fight with one, or you're a terramorph, sure. But Asylees were already spread across the galaxy once before during the Colony War. As livestock, they're far less of a danger than the one we're proposing to clean up. All our data suggests Asylees. They're impressive hunters. They're also shockingly adaptable. The data suggests they're able to thrive just about anywhere, which is important because we did some cross-referencing in the terramorph data. This suggests that however it is terramorphs are getting onto our worlds, Asylees are somehow cleaning. Well, there is another option. It'd be a microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with terramorph DNA for us. Which, it'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other... Well, that's still not 100%. But there's no sense in hammering down those sorts of details. Percival assures me that he'll be able to encode safeguards against mutation in the agent's genetics. But the microscopic world has a tendency to behave in ways you can't. Well, so that's tricky. Both plans are going to take major investments in time and resources. We're talking terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Asylees gene samples we can or sharpen our microbes track. Not the sort of things any lab, but we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where all paths lead to Londinium. It's dangerous, yes, but Kaiser, Percival, and the last thing I want right now is for the UC to stick us with some Captain, you're the reason we're all here right now. It was the central hub for Asylees processing during the Colony War. But, and this part's exciting, the terramorph data suggests Asylees were first found there. The planet it's on, Toliman 2, was their homeworld. Meaning, there's a very good chance they're prey, which would also explain why no one ever suspected that planet as the terramorph source world. Additionally, it explains why once the Londinian could very well be where the terramorph... It's certainly not encouraged. Exactly what I was hoping. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinian's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatum, when we touch down. I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that... But you need to know, Londinian? They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure.
I sincerely hope there is adequate security for this facility. I hope that we have not ultimately made a mistake in resurrecting this place.
Need something? Just say the word. Oh, this goddamn... You romanticize a place when you're away from it for long enough, but I forgot what it does. Now you. What do you need? Oh, that's you then. Don't much care for Vanguard. My sister's kids live in the city, so... Yeah, they both came through okay. One's effectively useless human beings that would have had no reason to be. Still. Now, what was it you needed? No more reliable...
Let's see what you got. Armed up. Estate stealth lasers. Curious. Chance that humans drop extra med packs on death. I'll still give it a shot. That's a cool looking one right there, but its stats are still worse. That right there could probably be the best helmet. This thing's even got the med theft. I'll sell it back since the other one's already got med theft. What? Huh.
Hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered.
Take credit for your thoughts, as they say.
I feel... Then I shall... We will speak again soon, I hope.
We can you again. You're advised to leave this orbit immediately. The United Colonies will not be held responsible for any harm you suffer by proceeding. Let me check my logs. All right, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way down.
Yeah, my ship would dust that thing. And when I say dust, I mean turn it into dust, not outrace it or anything, because that would be far from the truth. My ship is kind of slow.
Sight is clear. Descent start.
I have heard of Londinia. Anyone who has spent time in United Colonies space has, of course. Now I understand why this story persists.
You! Inside the barriers! Double time! You with the Xeno unit?
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander Hatum,
No need for introductions, Major Sinon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinian is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other? Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in... And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't. I hope you all find what you're looking... Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll
Pinpoints a bit.
The equipment will be able to get us a rough location of any acceptable samples in the scan area. All right. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done...
Howdy.
Perimeter secure.
Dang.
Pardon? Hey.
Word of advice while you're out there. Don't trust what the voices tell you.
Yes. What?
Can't chat right now.
Hello. You match our description. The Vanguard captain? The cap... Make sure you had the best tools.
Heard you're going out there willingly. Damn. Give him one for me, all right?
Now, how could I not use that? Ooh, we are going to Partiti Tai. Isn't that the same thing that my... Yeah, both of these use the same ammo.
Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city. Systems should shut themselves back down automatically.
Duly noted, Commander.
All set on your gear? Yeah, just pre-mission jitters. You hear about a place for so long, it maybe gets bigger in your head than it should be. But you don't need to worry about me. I'll be all right. Then let's get... Kaiser? Percival.
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, pick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers. Processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, we close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot!
How quickly can you get that done?
Oh, baby. Every Second Amendment supporter's wet dream right here. I think there's actually, because I've got 2 skill points to use, I think I've actually got something here that'll... I don't know if it's that one. I'm not sure. Where's the... There it is. I am tripping some serious balls.
Those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
That was it? Forgive me for sounding unappreciative, but that's a bit of...
Abilities are something else. Truly amazing.
Nice work. No. Earlier scan picked up a valid terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I am not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
Got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Hello, excellent to see you.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing.
Need to
until
see
someone
what I'm
got it under a
carrying?
microscope. Saw it had cells.
I am
Can't
here
be cultivated
if you need
anywhere
me.
but Londinian. Real marvel.
Okay, folks, before I proceed any sooner, I just need to take a quick break. Gotta get those sprinklers going.
leeches. What's keeping you things warm?
Is
I'd
that
like to
for
take a look
selling
at that under
later
a
or
microscope.
personal use?
Huh.
What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening?
Huh.
Oh my God. The heat leeches are terramorphs.
But heat leeches infest every settlement, every corner of the settled systems. That means that every single one... Oh no.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are
Well,
baby
how's that for
terramorphs.
a plot twist?
Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets. No, Lazarus plants can't grow anywhere but here, let alone blossom. People have tried. Plus, if what we just witnessed was happening anywhere else, well, it wouldn't just be Londinian lost to these things. What we just saw, it must be some kind of alternate growth method. One that winnows 70 years of maturation into seconds. It's incredible. What are heat leeches? Tough as titanium, they sneak onto planets by hiding in ship engines, build nests. But I guess what they're actually doing with all that energy they've been siphoning, which explains how something as big as a terramorph has been spreading between worlds with no one noticing. Until now. Pretty major is right. But if what we just saw, if that's possible, the Lazarus plant, it's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, could someone have set that up? Me neither. You'd have to know this all exists first.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it!
We may proceed.
Go!
Kill protocols active. Damage sustained.
All right. Here's the box. First of all, Kaiser's got the cell data from the New Atlantis and Tau Ceti attacks, right?
Uploading them.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here? Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant in action. I wonder where they could have gotten such an idea. I wouldn't be shocked to find out our team, in part, inspired the approach. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one can ensure the big show, the attack, and the timing of that. It couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the terramorphs. These attacks. I can't. At least, I didn't think it could. They certainly were. But who could pull something like...
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more terramorph attacks...
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into...
The entrance is this way.
Things I'd never mind seeing. What can I do for you?
I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
must really want me to use that microgun. Ooh, definitely ain't touching that.
That's... that's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties, yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk. Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed... You heard that recording. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon. He killed those people. That is a disgusting way to describe what happened here. Someone who truly knows what it means. He decided to sentence his own... But I guess that's just another part. Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else... Right. I am here for you, should you need me. Kaiser, try it now.
Successful.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled.
Okay, I'll be right back, switching sprinklers right before the big event. boys. Let's get to it.
Most people probably don't use that power responsibly.
Alright, how big is this thing? Oh, it's big. Big.
My God, that is a sample?
Evaluation insufficient.
That sound. What is that?
Someone else has got a signal. I think you're due for some company.
Combat procedures.
Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done. The thralls! They're not coming after us. I guess we should grab that sample while we can.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up. In here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon. Look at all of you. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like... Can't be positive until we run some tests. But knowing that the Terramorphs have been masquerading as heat leeches all this time is a big find. Arguably makes things more feasible, now that we know what we're dealing with, not less.
Agreed. Plus, I don't think you're gonna have to push real hard to get folks on board with cleaning up one of the galaxy's greatest pests if this is what they're capable of.
But none of that's getting done without the samples. You do have them, right? Ah, best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough. I'm sorry, what?
Captain, now's really not the time to be making... No. No, he's... And you've known that... What? You swore? You swore. You were just doing your duty.
Well,
It certainly does. Fate Victus. So his execution was... It also makes... My father... Look, Percival and I, we need to tend to these samples. Garen, but I think you, Captain, should get in contact... Good. We'll all meet back at mast, outside the cabinet chambers. Best of luck, Captain.
Thank you, fast travel.
So many people, all in one place. I still cannot feel entirely comfortable.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always fine. Kiosk right here for you.
Taking a long trip on one of those Triton cruises.
What? You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Yes? You needed something?
Sector 7.
Are we at all surprised that the UC has such a massive space dedicated to secrets?
onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for? I haven't been to Londinian in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for? Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but after all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might. Perhaps I can... You want to hear the words then? I did it. The Terramorph... Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant. Now, being as clever as you are, you couldn't be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. Simple to say now, but with the outbreak raging from a barely understood source, the moment demanded quick action. So I did what was required. I removed the dangerous variable from an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always... What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. Is... There are no heroes without a villain. And we all. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. And look at the results. I know for a fact. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a... I'm simply looking, and let's not forget the important, eliminating the Terramorphs, securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. I'm simply requesting one more. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. That is a pity, Captain. Just think about the opportunity I've provided here.
Yeah, I'm not letting that slide.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
And just what is on your mind at this moment? I will watch your back.
Wrong one.
Perfect timing. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Asylees are...
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our...
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think... I already sent along info to the cabinet. So what about your end? Did my father tell you what he knew about... I knew it. Why? Did he say... It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything did more harm to the Sanan name than him.
Somehow, after all that has transpired, he still believes himself to be. But all it has done is further.
Well, once we inform the cabinet... I'm sure he did. But he killed dozens of people. So I guess that gives us our final answer. Unless there was more to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things. Asylees aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as live. Using them to clean up the terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not... Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. It's hard to know. Unlike my father, the cabinet aren't... But if you're really that concerned, you could request... They are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech anatomy.
And the Asylees seem like they're even better at tracking leeches.
Hell of a sight to watch, though, when they catch them. Like an open airlock. Microbe is gonna make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about...
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking...
You're being paranoid. You know the science.
I do know the science. I also know math. So I guess we're still in discussion. Then here we go.
Welcome back, all of you. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, is what I'm reading here This report comes from a particularly Now, is it true? The second report claims to know the perpetrator as well.
Or Lays. It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father...
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling, considering Francois Sanon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
It just transformed. A terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this, and said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into... Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the... Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to...
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered, we failed the people of the colonies by... It's well past. Now, with our villain unmapped, with the threads you've brought together here, the 3 of you have likely spared thousands of lives. As such, the Cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on London.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Well, luckily the natural hostility of Londinian makes key. But will ensure its growth is contained, that access to the plant is only permitted. We're already discussing the elimination of one species, Captain.
They are ultimately threatened as much as the United Colonies. To share what you know...
That is an idea with some merit to it. Decrease the likelihood of anything like this occurring again, and further relations between our 2 factions.
2 birds with a single stone. Very well. We'll include the collective in the removal process. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the Captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into
The first step in a bold new
bolder, better, and brighter.
Order, please. And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. Despite all your checkered histories with the Xeno Warfare Unit or SysDef, the Cabinet still believes you all earned a display of gratitude for what you've done. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies, or done great things for its cause. Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods. And I'm told the penthouse is rather impressive. You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Rare achievement, a legacy forged. 5.89% of players have unlocked.
They Victus.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain. It's a high honor. Have to do something big for the colonies to earn that sort of designation. Only ever met a couple myself, and certainly never given one orders. You should be real proud. No need to thank me. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
Penthouse? Ooh, 12,000 credits.
Just out the front door and across the plaza, by the embassies. Look for the Aphelion sign. Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples. Any of those missions call to you? Suppose that's true. Ah, here we go. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colony's craft. You're clear to use lethal force if necessary.
Sweet. Okay, I'll be right back. Gotta shut the sprinklers off. So that's maxed out. Curious about the automated weapons system. I think this is a good thing. Reducing research and crafting costs will definitely help out.
Well, well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen. You've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion.
What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
Great! You're in for a real treat. Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in... You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous... Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around...
Huh, I didn't know this place was here.
I have mixed feelings about it. But sales are up significantly since what happened at the space. Welcome to Centurion Arsenal. All sales are final, but that won't matter because you will undoubtedly... Please, take...
I just bought a lot. She had 13,000, so I basically just spent 63,000. Thanks. And I can only sell weaponry to her, so I'm actually, Andrea.
Yes? You need something? I keep. I appreciate our little discussions, you know.
There's something to be said for Brandon. I'm sure we can...
Definitely better than the last Interceptor.
But why did they replace the hunter? I thought the actress was amazing.
She turned him down.
Laundry room. Bedroom. Master bedroom. Wow. Damn.
I'm glad to see you. I enjoy the attention. I am not surprised. It is not for the faint of heart. To know what the future will bring, what will be not just your... It is a challenge. But you might as well just ask me to Here is what I can tell you. He explained that it was he who had created this galaxy, and when he did, those who had served him, and so for general.
That was weird.
By all means. I am not surprised. You may ask me. I am not surprised you have... I am human. Of course it... But I have a mission. And my mission helps preserve the lives and safety. For all that I have seen and experienced, I have never been as afraid as the day Sarah... But they agreed to keep my secret. And they have held true to... I know that most would not react the same. It is, after all, much of the reason I was... You know, of course, of our tumultuous history with the High Council worries that many would still plot to wipe us out completely. And it does not help that we are, unfortunately, still dependent on supplies. So agents also help oversee deals with smugglers and... Of course. I enjoy the conversation. The stars are brighter than they used to be. Then I shall... May the serpent guard you.
This place is big. I guess this would be like a pantry? This is like the guest bathroom. And this is the master bathroom. Isn't there one more door I hadn't opened yet? Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? Didn't I build my base like out across the water? There it is. It's the outpost. This place has chlorosalines, argon, lead, chlorine, and water. That's it. Okay, now that we've done all that, we're going to protect Uranus. I will be an Asgardian.
What's the good word, Chief?
It is a relief to know that the Terra... But are you sure this Asili's creature... This would be the same nature that... I do not think this is the path I would have chosen. One could easily argue that humans, the microbes would have put fewer people at risk. It is too soon to know, and at least something is being done. I will say, though, that I am glad you convinced them to destroy... Terramorphs are enough of a worry on their own. Well, it is good to know that this particular threat is behind us.
Channel's open. What can I do? I'll take your credits, sure. Honestly, been kinda dumb.
I'm gonna do something incredibly crazy. This is an experiment, though.
A daring voyage on the oceans of space. Brings us here.
It's not letting me lock on to a lot of stuff. I'm gonna try it again.
sitting there with no ground drive now. Hey, engines are fixed. Nice.
Well.
Hey, look at that. Grab drive's back online.
It says I can still dock there. So first thing I'm gonna do though is collect the spoils of war. Plus I just destroyed almost everything. And now that that's done, as soon as I get the experience, I can jack up my reactor even more. Or I can use the experience or the skill point to boost my ship's weapon capabilities even further. Thank God this thing holds so much, so I could basically just fill it to the brim with ship parts. dock.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
You don't cross the fleet without paying the price. I was hoping you'd say that.
Once again, we are triumphant. Meet your death.
This is weird.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is Galactalk. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled system. His ruthlessness and desire for wealth has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted list for every major law enforcement agency in the galaxy. I am, of course, speaking of the self-appointed leader of the Crimson Fleet himself, Jasper Crix. Good evening, Mr. Crix.
Good evening, Gale. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yes, well, being blindfolded and then Graf jumped to what appears to be an abandoned mining facility isn't exactly what I call an invitation.
Well, I'm sure you're not surprised that your request for an interview would come with some very specific conditions.
Frankly, I was a bit surprised to receive any type of response at all. Would you mind telling me why you decided to do this interview?
Because there comes a time in every pirate's life where they have to make an extremely important decision. Do they take a leap and become one of the most legendary pirates in history? Or do they simply sputter on, subsisting on freighters and deep space privateers?
So are we to assume that you're taking the leap? That Jasper Crix is moving on to bigger and better things in his life?
That's spot on, Gale. That's exactly why you're here.
Interesting. Well then, would you mind sharing with us exactly what your particular leap entails?
In due time. There's no rush. In fact, I'd say we have at least 12 hours before the authorities trace this broadcast. Plenty of time to discuss whatever you like.
Oh, all right then. Perhaps the best place to start this interview would be at the beginning of your career.
Please, proceed.
Still trying to figure out how they all just suddenly became... I don't know, like they're missing some things.
I knew we shouldn't trust you!
Are you prepared?
ask you one final question before we wrap up.
Fine. Go ahead.
When is enough going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Criggs need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you to ask such a stupid question. How the hell could you ever understand? You with your fancy education and your sheltered upbringing and your cushy media job? Me, I came from nothing. Everything I own, I've literally drawn blood to gain.
There's no need to get personal. I'm simply trying to state the facts so that our listeners can make judgments of their own.
Lady, I got news for you. Half of your listeners think I'm a hero. The other half are scared out of their goddamn minds, and they should be.
Perhaps we should talk about something else.
No, that's it. We're done. Can you guys get her the hell out of here? Make sure she takes all this sound equipment with her.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for your...
Actually, before you go, Gail, there's one more thing I would like to say.
Yes, of course. What is it?
Boom.
When you broadcast this interview on SSNN, I want you to remember that I'll be listening. If you edit even one word or manipulate my voice to change anything I've said, I will hunt you down and kill you. In front of everyone. Do you understand?
I understand. You have my word.
It was you who changed the fleet. Even if we didn't find the legacy, our future was secure. I will always appreciate what you have done for the fleet. Now get back out there. There's credits to take.
Jazz says she wants to celebrate. No any good. When you joined up, things were bad. It felt like half the fleet wanted out. I didn't think you had a chance. My gut told me... Damn, do you... Look, I know what Dale said, but if you ask me, you've more. We'll talk later.
Glad you didn't make me look bad.
It would seem that none of the wealth stolen over the decades has been spent on upkeep for the station. This bodes poorly.
Now that we've got the legacy, I might work on a few personal projects. Nev and I might have a quiet celebration. Sometimes it's best to steer clear of the Nova. And I need your...
So this is their big one. Dang. Dang.
Maybe I'll pen a biography. A new legacy by Adler Kemp.
Yeah? Thought you wouldn't get caught? It's time.
Damn it!
I was hoping you'd say.
Did they have anything of value?
Dang it, I hit the wrong thing. Let's, what is my bounty is getting really high. Over 400,000 creds now. Alright, time to see if all the ships have respawned.
Ships separated. Engaging drive.
It'd be funny if I could
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
take the UC Vigilance for myself. That would be awesome.
Jazz told me to bring her back any slates on the tech here. Joke's on her, I can't read.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something. who may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally. Winner takes all is the phrase, is it not? I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
goes.
Not everything in the galaxy needs to come with us, you know.
enemies might disagree.
Okay. Space be tripping.
Ship's no longer docked. We're free.
Folks, I'm just gonna call it a night. I am so sleepy, and well, you saw what happened. I just basically invaded the key, and it doesn't matter what I did because I'm in their faction. The most that happens is my bounty just keeps getting higher. It's not like I can destroy them, which wouldn't that be something nice? Oh well, you know the drill. I upload my videos to my YouTube channel, Jade Psycho Mamba. If it's the same as my gamer tag, if you wish to stay up to date on future. Jesus. Leave a like. Feel free to leave a like, leave a comment. If you wish to stay up to date on future releases, please hit that subscribe button. I'm Jade Psycho Mamba, and maybe I'll see you next time. If I can get my head on straight.